What we've been witnessing in crypto is one of the biggest shakeouts we have ever seen. Obviously, tariffs right now have been rocking prices throughout the crypto industry, but yet, despite that, XRP has been holding up very well and it has one of its highest correlations to BTC we have ever seen, which is a great sign for the future. But we do need to also talk about some big news that came yesterday from Coinbase, as well as something that has been happening to XRP supply on exchanges. So, if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I have to say XRP did fall out of its comfortable range. That $2.10 to $2.30 level is somewhere where XRP feels pretty confident. All right. Now, what we're experiencing right now is it basically come down and touch the floor that it's done many times before. And specifically what it continues to do is just kind of puts along this longer term trend that's been playing out since the latter part of January. What it continues to do is, again, bounce off this 5-0 line in terms of its fib retracement levels. We're continuing to stay above our 200-day moving average, which is a great sign as well. So that is where XRP is trying to hold a lot of support and resilience currently. Now, that being said, what is really helping XRP, I guess you could say, is that BTC is trying to confirm a bit of a reversal here. And why this is in fact so important is when we look at this XRP BTC chart, you can see huge correlation of basically a massive floor that is formed versus Bitcoin that XRP keeps bouncing off of as well. So what we're seeing is that when the market tends to get exciting, XRP tends to run hard versus BTC. When the market is crap, it tends to follow BTC. And that's exactly what we need to see. You know, when we start talking about the overall makeup of the crypto market, XRP has a real good shot of targeting Ethereum, like we've talked about, in the not so distant future. And frankly, any of these moves that are in a high correlation with BTC and Ethereum still continues to show weakness, it just closes that gap faster and faster and faster. Now, there was some big news yesterday that is big in the longer term grand scheme of things surrounding XRP. And what this is that Coinbase actually filed for XRP futures. Now, this did in fact take place yesterday, and they're anticipating with an approval from the CFTC, this could go live on April 21st. Again, this helps build long-term stability in terms of price, more exposure to capital. This is how XRP does in fact take major steps forward and starts again getting those major conversations with Ethereum and with BTC. Now, what I will say is XRP is one of the most interesting assets here in the crypto industry. And one of the reasons why is it has one of the biggest worldwide use cases. Now with this big narrative and excitement surrounding, you know, the SEC backing off versus Ripple in general. These are big narratives that the masses are paying attention to. And frankly, a lot of people right now, they're unwilling to dump their XRP. And what we continue to see in terms of supply and exchanges is this accumulation and removal. And in fact, when we look at just the year of 2025 alone, we have seen hundreds of millions of dollars worth of XRP bought and removed from exchanges. This is actually what has helped hold prices in these levels. In fact, as of late, it has one of the highest levels of conviction in the crypto market. It is definitely separating itself from many other assets in the space. There are very few that are doing what XRP is doing right now. So what I have to say is this, is although things are loud right now in the space, although there's big, we'll say manipulation attempts in the crypto space, they're trying to basically shake the tree and see what other people they can get to fall out. We know that this stuff will eventually pass. We will get past the loud noise, and that is when the fundamentals take back over. When the crypto market again sees excitement and we start seeing, you know, a lot of this capital that we keep talking about sitting on the sidelines, when it does in fact start to re-enter the space, that is when XRP once again has an opportunity to make some of these bigger movements in terms of price to the upside. My projections for price for this cycle still have not changed. I still wouldn't be surprised by somewhere in that $8 to $12 by the end of this market cycle, but it could be higher, especially with, you know, further partnerships, further use case here in the US, possible government adoption. I mean, right now everything is kind of aligning perfectly. We just have to get through the crap. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.